Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Total War Attila, Terminus Total War Ageless Empires campaign. That was a mouthful. Anywho, we are playing as the Kingdom of the Franks, as you guys may remember. And I've gone ahead and I've advanced the turn from last episode, so it looks like our Imperium level has gone up. That's nice. Let's see, I think a few other ones of these popped up. So Emilric has finished his term in office, and we have a mission to construct a building from the religious chain. And if we do that, it will boost our religion's influence by 10. Okay, we also need to choose a new technology. I'm surprised it didn't tell me that mine was done. Let's see, is that in there somewhere? There it is. Military maneuvers. So our bows become hunters. Our brigands become mounted brigands, and some of our ships upgrade as well. Alright, and then, let's see, what were we setting our sights on from there? Turning Germanic levies into Germanic spears would be really useful, because that would give us heavy spears rather than very light ones. Up here, some tier 3 buildings. I don't know if we need either of those yet. Recruitment costs down. I would prefer upkeep costs down, but that's not an option. Let's see, the carpenter I think is going to be important. But maybe I should knock this one out. Yeah, it's only 2 turns. Let's get that out of the way. Alright, so let's take a quick look at our faction. Make sure everything's going smoothly here. I know there's one person that we need to put back into an office, and that would be you. Unfortunately, you do not have the influence. But let's see. You have to be an elder anyways. You haven't had enough experience to become a judge. Unfortunately, none of these guys have enough influence. We need to manufacture a war basically just to get them some. Farmand, anything that you might be able to do for us here? Not really. You're a merchant. It's not a bad trait for a governor. Alright, well, I don't really see anything happening there. So let's take a peek at diplomacy. We're still friends with the Germans. The Alemannic Kingdom, basically in most like Spanish and similar languages, I think Latin as well. This is basically like Germanic Kingdom. Like if you look at Germany, the name of Germany in Spanish, I think it's basically this. Not kingdom, obviously, but yeah, I think that's like the Latin word for German. So basically that's just the Germanic Kingdom, but I'm pretty sure they decided not to use Germanic because obviously there are other Germanic peoples and that might get confusing. Whereas, you know, with the Franks, there's only the Franks. There's nobody else who's Frankish. Although there are, you know, very many factions that are technically the same people, but they're all like vaguely Germanic, which is, you know, why they don't use that name for this kingdom. Anywho, let's get off that tangent, and we were trying to befriend the Britannic Kingdom, and we're struggling to do that. I think in part because they are at war with the Abdanians, and we are not. But we are at war with other factions, so I'm reluctant to pick another fight, but I may not have a choice if we want to befriend them. I imagine it's only a matter of time until they're at war with the Saxons as well, but I don't want to rely on, you know, waiting for that. The Burgundians, gonna have to conquer them eventually. I don't know if I should do that now. They are pretty strong. At 13, they are no slouches. And the Geats, who declared war on us, are 21st. Let's see, we got the Lombards. So the Ostrogoths don't like me. I wonder why. Let's see. They condemn, wow, so many things. So they don't like the Alemannic Kingdom. Got it. That's a shame, because they are pretty much one of the powers in Europe at this point. Oh, and they don't like the Lombards either, right? Yeah, they really don't like the Lombards. I was hoping to maybe set up like a trade agreement with them, maybe even like a defensive alliance, just because they are pretty powerful, but it doesn't look like that's going to work. Ooh, the Picts, that's fallen off pretty quickly. Because of that diplomatic marriage we had, that's right. And then these guys I wasn't super concerned with because they're all the way over here in Iberia. Although any trade I can set up, I'm happy to do. It's just they've pretty much denied me at every turn. Yeah. So nothing doing in diplomacy either. Right then. We were basically setting up here, sort of waiting to attack the Saxons. The thing is, I don't want this, nor do I want, you know, any land east of this river, because that's just more territory for me to hold, and it would be difficult for me to defend something out there. Whereas like here, if I fortify this enough, they've got to deal with the river, and then they're gonna have to deal with a garrison here, and then Paris is pretty well fortified. So yeah, I like where I'm set up here. There's also like choke points as far as entering goes. They have to cut through these spots or these openings in the forest. They can't just go through the middle. Then we've got mountains here, so yeah, we're pretty well fortified in this spot, and I don't want to go beyond that. However, I could march past and maybe sack this settlement, but we don't really know what's there. We know that this navy is there, but that's pretty much the extent of it. And then if I do that, these guys could come and attack me either here, or they could come, you know, across this way and maybe hit one of my settlements, and that would be worse. I think I could win a one-on-one over there. In fact, this army is bigger than that one. Let's do our upgrades too before I forget. I'm not going to do these upgrades because I don't want more cavalry yet. It's going to be a little bit more expensive than I would like, but we'll probably do that at some point. Alright, so I think what I'll do next here is I'll probably do some cattle herds right there, but before I lock that in, let's see if there's anything else that would be maybe a little bit more useful for the time being. Unfortunately up here, this public order is just falling apart, and there's not a whole lot I can do about it. This needs to start doing work. So I do need, I'll probably upgrade that next turn, just because that will complete that mission for me. And that's pretty much the only place I could do it. But I don't want to keep that there. I need an artisan there. I could also just tear this one down and build it back up, but I need lead apparently to upgrade it. And I don't think it's worth tearing a building down and rebuilding it just to complete that quest, especially since it's not going to give me any money. So we're going to do undeveloped land, and we will build a farmstead. And then that farmstead will become the the pastures, which will unlock Germanic Mounted Warband for us in this province. And then if we go down, we'll get Lancers, and then finally Frankish Lancers. Alright, so unfortunately there doesn't really seem to be anything else for us to do. That was a pretty brief turn, all things considered. I may go ahead and declare war on the Abdanians. That's the Irish tribe over there, just to get our relations with these guys higher, because I would like to get them to declare war on the Saxons. Because if anybody's going to take this, I'd prefer it be them. And you know, frankly, they could help me out with this, because it's not that I don't want to defeat them, I just have no desire to take their lands, and so I need people to take it for me. These guys, for example, could maybe go grab some of that, and then if I could get these guys to take the other, that would be great. So, I am curious. You guys are at war with the Saxons, and you should be attacking them, so hopefully you go do that. I will offer to join your war against the Abdanians. In return, okay. Well then, maybe military access? Any sort of diplomacy that we can conduct with them is going to be more likely to boost our relations with them. So I'm less concerned about money here and more concerned with just signing as many agreements as we can. Ah, you guys are dicks. Alright, so I'll join your war and you throw me some gold. And we'll just call it square. Oh, no, definitely demand. Definitely demand. Okay, it's gotta be 6 then. Actually, you know what? Let's go join war for a join war, maybe. Because they don't like the Saxons. Oh, okay. Alright, well, they want me to join this war, but apparently not that much. So we'll demand 6 and that should be, yeah, that should be accepted. Alright. So that will boost our relations back into positive at least. We'll have to continue to try to parlay that into something even better. But that's going to be it for this turn, so let's go ahead and advance and see what happens. Okay, so apparently we succeeded in our mission. I didn't build anything religious in the religious chain. I built a farm, and I didn't even finish it. Maybe we already had one building and it just completed? I'm not sure, but either way, we got the boost. We've got an imminent rebellion, and that's going to be pretty much impossible for us to deal with. Let's see, what do I have for you? I mean, somebody may as well carry that, and those suck. So I'll take 3 attack and then 3 defense. You know, it's funny, when I do these Let's Plays of Total War Attila, I always have like huge public order issues. When I was playing this particular mod on my own, and I have a Alemannic Kingdom playthrough sort of going on right now on my own time, I haven't had a single public order issue, like not once. And I'm doing a lot more conquering in that playthrough than in this one, at least so far. Let's see, what is this? Yeah, definitely give me some tax rate, and then you're not going to be encouraging dissent because you're sort of boosting our own territory. I'm going to give her distract for now, but I'll probably just do 1 into every single one of these to unlock them and then focus on the ones I want. Let's see. So I could upgrade this, give me more timber, and that would give us a little bit more money, or I could upgrade this. That's going to really cut into food though, but we have the food to deal with it. Actually, we may not. That's going to take a minus 15. Actually, no, because this is going to offset it by a little bit. So I could do that. That's an option. Alternatively, we have this settlement where I could do something with this, but pretty much whatever I do is going to hurt public order worse than it's already been hurt. Yeah, those I mean, it's not necessarily the religious differences, it's the fact that we have nothing to offset it. We literally only have one point from 2 sources that are positive. So yeah, I could do this, and that'll give me another 1. Although that should be 2. Why is it only 1? Huh. But yeah, until we have this, I just don't see a way to get out of these public order issues without just like letting it rebel and then knocking it down and repeating the cycle. Okay. So nobody's gained any influence, so I don't think anything's happening here. Just make sure everybody's loyalty is in order. Yeah, okay. I could send these guys across. You may notice that the Saxon army is gone, so they went over here somewhere. I could cross and maybe fortify our position on the other side, but no, they'd still be okay, if only just. So yeah, let's hop across here, and I'm gonna set up a fort right there. And this will give us a little bit better view of what's going on, because over here we couldn't see any of this. This will basically let me see almost right up to that settlement, and if they decide to go to Hanover, we'll see that movement. May even be able to intercept it. So let's go ahead and do this. That'll give us more public order at the cost of some food, but that should be resolved by this getting upgraded. Anything else for us to do? Not really. The thing is, like, we need to declare war on these guys because it's really hurting us not having their territory. But at the same time, if we pick a fight with them, we may not be ready to win it, because I can only really commit one army if I move both armies south. Then the Saxons could just have their way with my northern settlements. But I would probably need both, if not more, in order to take these guys. I think they have more armies than we do. I'll need to send a spy in there. I don't have the ability to recruit a spy yet, but that's what I need to do. Actually, that reminds me. I think I can recruit a new priest. I can recruit one here. I just don't have the money. Okay. So next turn I might be able to do that. These guys are all good. Well, we'll need another priest, because that'll help with the public order down here. So is that another quick turn? Let's see if these guys are any friendlier.
Speak, for you have my attention as the heir of the August.
No. Come on, join my war. Maybe against these guys? Just anything to make us friendlier? No, okay. Would you guys be interested in a peace treaty? No. I don't know why you declared war on me. I don't see a point in that. Let's see. I haven't discovered the Danes yet, but I'm trading with the Utes, which is why I thought that was kind of weird that they decided to attack me. That's pretty much it. Unfortunately, I can't trade with the Picts, but they really like me, although that is not going to stay that way. Yeah, so nothing happening there. Yeah, let's end the turn and see what happens, but unless the Saxons decide to make a play on this army or something, I don't really see anything eventful happening here. Ah, Hermigar leveled up. He's a governor. Let's see. Let's lower construction costs and then give him a bit of food. Alright, so apparently they didn't rebel. It said they were going to, but they managed to like just miss it. We have a matter of state that we'll look into. We've encountered the Roman Empire. We'll have to take a look at that, and then we finished our research. So, everybody's loyalty looks good. Yeah. So, Alwyn. Greetings, I've brought... What did you bring? A gift for my people in order that we may improve relations. Well, who are your people? I'll accept the gift. Probably gonna like assassinate the king or something. I've had that happen, and I'm super wary about any of those things now. Hermigar, you can get promoted to a judge, so go ahead. Alright, and then we're going to upgrade this to pastures, and we are going to take another research. Huh. I don't know about either of those. Let's take this one that gives me more buildings. I don't know if I need any of those buildings, but it gives me more of them. So the Saxons are continuing to move this way, and I'm kind of curious as to what they're up to. I need these guys to mobilize against Hanover, because if they take this land from the Saxons, that makes my life a lot easier. So let's scoot you this way. And I need to keep them with half of their movement or action points. That way I can fortify wherever I end up. So I'm moving little bit by little bit. For some reason it just does not want to give me that last little piece of fog of war. There it is. Okay. And I have just enough to fortify. So I've basically cut them off from Hanover at this point. I am going to reset that war target to hopefully kick their asses into movement, because they have everything to gain from this. I'm helping them grab more land, but they just don't seem interested. The issue here is that they can and very well might go this way to get to Colonia Agrippina. They probably couldn't do it in a single turn though, so if they try to get over here, well actually I think they can, yeah, they can cross at the ferry. So I think they could get to the ferry, but I don't think they could cross it in the same turn, so I should be able to intercept them if they try that. And let's see, I really don't have the income to train any more troops. But if I can get a little bit of cash from somebody, I can recruit another priest. Let's see.
My friend, be welcome.
They're not having it.
This place smile upon you. The gods bless you.
I don't know what to do with these guys. I could ask them for a gift, but chances are they'll just say no. I'm surprised they're not having a military alliance, given that their relations with us are so high. Normally, I can net a military alliance with a faction at around like 70 relation, but we're like twice that, and they're still not budging.
We have need of talk, I'm sure.
Let's see, will you give me 300 gold? Oh, they did. How nice of them. Sweet. Okay, so we were going to train a priest. Do we do the steward, do we do the lore master, or the chamberlain? These are all really good traits for somebody who's going to be used the way that we're using them. So 10% wealth from cultural buildings. I think the straight up tax rate is the best, because we can boost that up to 6% when she levels up. And then I'm gonna send her, because she can move this turn. I'm gonna send her over there. And she's actually not gonna make any difference there because we have to inspire, but next turn I'll have them both start doing that. And how much does that hurt the public order here? Oh wow, it goes into the negative. And then where are you guys at? -1. And it's going to be a long time before I can fix that, because I have to declare war on the Visigoths to take the rest of that province. So while the gold mine we got is great, this settlement is going to be really difficult to manage. So is that it again? Like we're out of money. The Saxons are apparently not making any moves. So we'll see what they decide to do here. I really doubt that they'll attack me though. Like extremely doubt it. They'll probably just sit there. And the Alemannic Kingdom will probably just sit there. So I don't know if we can coax anybody into movement at this point. So the Visigoths have declared war on me. I'm not sure why. We've had a lot of neutral feeling factions declaring war on us, which is strange. But yeah, they feel the need to declare war on me. So we will ask our allies to help us. Yeah, I don't get it. Every single faction that we're allied with is neutral with them, but whatever. We have another war, and I was just saying we have to declare war on these to get the settlements we need. The issue here is that we don't really have the army to do it, and they are one of the more powerful factions in this mod. You can see that they're 4th overall, we're 6th overall, and we're going to be fighting them with less than half of our strength. So this could be bad. Also, the Alemans are not going to be nearby to help us. Okay, so to my surprise, the Saxons actually have decided to attack us. I don't see any way that I could lose this. The auto-resolve doesn't seem to think I can. But they don't outnumber me by much, and almost all of their troops are just levies, which are, you know, pretty useless. Yeah, even more levies here. They've got a little bit of light cavalry. What are these guys? Oh, Saxon Lancers. Those are pretty good. But, yeah, I mean, it's just a bunch of levy spearmen, and I'm fortified too, so they're going to have to attack my little fort with arrow towers and whatnot. And I've got pikes to fortify it, I've got archers, I've got cavalry to harass them. I think we'll win this, but we are basically out of time, so I'm going to end it here, and we'll pick back up with this battle first thing in the next episode. And then we're going to figure out how we're going to deal with the Visigoths. In this particular area, since my army is already here, what I'll probably do is I will sack as much of the Saxon holdings as I can. I'll, you know, take the money from that, and hopefully by weakening the garrisons, I can sort of coax the Alemannic Kingdom into coming and taking them. That way I don't have to worry about it. And then it's just a matter of getting the Britannic Kingdom to join this war. after I defeat this army, the Saxons will be so weak that I might very well be able to do that. Then I have to focus everything on dealing with the Visigoths, because they could overwhelm us even if we throw everything at them. So one army is definitely not going to cut it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Total War Attila with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.